Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg here from the Kindergarten Smorgasbord, and we are back with another live episode of Submissions for Smorgie Live. So thanks to everybody who's joining us and to everybody who will watch later on YouTube. Welcome, and we hope you enjoy the show. As always, we like to get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. So if you have not entered for the giveaways, tonight we're giving away 1 year to ESGI, which is an online one-on-one assessment tool for your classroom. That's a $200 value. We're also giving away a $50 Amazon gift card in honor of my birthday, because tomorrow is my birthday and Amazon is my favorite place. So we're giving away an Amazon gift card. So head over to the blog, thekindergartensmorgasbord.com, and you'll see the post. Just click on Submissions for Smorgie Live giveaway, and at the bottom of that post is the raffle copter. So you can click on that raffle copter and get entered. All you have to do is enter. You enter once and you're entered for both giveaways. So a huge thank you to our friends at ESGI, as always, for being a part of Submissions for Smorgie Live and for always supporting us and helping us out. So definitely make sure you get entered for the giveaways. And you do have to be present in the chat to win. So make sure that you stay with us for the whole hour, so that you can, if we draw your name, you get to win your prize. All right, I think we're ready to jump right into questions.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and get them going. We haven't had any come in yet, other than what some of the new fall scents are, which isn't related to the smorgasbord necessarily, but it is related to a smorgasbord of scents, which is my Scentsy store. And some of my favorite scents that I actually just got in, they're the fall scents. It's autumn blaze maple, pumpkin roll, coconut pumpkin pie, chocolate coconut cream, and apple s'mores. Also, casting spells is actually September's scent of the month, and it's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Halloween exploded in the house every time I put one of those in. But actually, I just put in autumn blaze maple today for the first time, and I was actually pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it. So that's the answer to the first question.
All right.
If you want any of those, shoot me an email, jwarren@gmail.com, jwarren1124@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to help you out with any Scentsy stuff. Or you can visit my website, a smorgasbordofscents.scentsy.us. I'll be happy to help you out there as well. Any other Scentsy questions, just let me know and I'll be happy to help. It's a hobby of mine and I love it. I kind of fell in love with it.
Smells so good.
A year or so ago, and if you have any of it, you'll fall in love with it too, I'm sure.
And I actually use it in my classroom, and so it always makes the classroom smell good, especially after recess when the kids are a little sweaty. And so the kids always love the scents too. They always want to know what it is. We always talk about what it smells like. So yeah, it's good stuff.
So an ESGI question. The
Okay.
first one was, is there an app for ESGI on the iPad?
There's not an app for ESGI, but ESGI works really, really, really well on an iPad. So you can use it on your computer, a laptop, or an iPad. I've actually been using mine on my iPad, and it works great. What I love about it on the iPad is that it's very mobile, so I can go anywhere in the classroom and grab one of the kids and do a quick assessment on them. So it doesn't have an app, but it works very, very well on the iPad.
So like you're going to use it in your browser,
Yeah.
Safari or Chrome.
You would just go to the website, esgisoftware.com, and pull it up, and you can assess from there.
Jonah wants to know if you have QR code activities in your TPT store.
Yes, I have a couple. I have Letter Detective. I'm a letter detective, which is letters and beginning sounds. There is Woof Woof QR codes, which is a dog-themed set of math and literacy QR codes. And that one is designed more for the first half of the school year. So letters, sounds, numbers, counting, CVC words, 10 frames, tally marks. And then I also have one called Strike, which is a bowling theme. And it's designed for the second half of the year. So it has vowels, CVCE, blends, place value, numbers to 100. So I have those 3 QR code creations in my store. And my kids love QR codes. I started introducing them last week in small groups, and the kids love them. They're so engaging. If you're looking for an easy way to incorporate some technology into your classroom, QR codes are an easy way to go. You just need a device. You download a QR reader, and it needs to be connected to Wi-Fi. And you scan the code, and a document will appear on the device. And so it's easy to differentiate. And the way I've created my QR codes is that each set of codes comes with 2 or 3 recording sheets. So just by changing out the recording sheet, you're meeting the different needs of your kids. So they're easy to use. They're very, very kid-friendly, very teacher-friendly, very easy to implement, very easy to differentiate, and highly engaging. The kids love them, and they think that they're magic.
Okay, we have to stop everything right now because, Mr. Greg, you have to say hello to Xavier.
Oh, Xavier. Okay, y'all.
Hello, Mr. Greg, from me, Xavier.
So y'all, you know we have the YouTube channel, obviously. And so my kids, they love to watch the YouTube videos. They love to see themselves. Even the older kids in our school will come and find us and tell us they've seen us on YouTube. The parents love it because they get to see exactly what's happening in our classroom. And so I have a little guy in my class, Xavier, who I was out on Friday, and his mom was telling me that Xavier spent all weekend watching my YouTube videos because he said he missed me and he needed to see me. And so Xavier is here watching live, and he just said hello in the chat. So I have to say hello to my buddy Xavier. So Xavier, hi. I hope you're having a good night. And it's almost bedtime. So now that you've seen me and I've said hello, now you have to go to bed because you need to be rested up for tomorrow. So hi, Xavier. And happy birthday. Today is Xavier's birthday. So happy birthday to Xavier.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody's saying hi to Xavier now in the chat. So everybody
now
say hi.
Xavier, you're famous.
Next question. This one's from Betty. Betty Culp, I do.
Hi, Betty.
Do you start Word Family Boot Camp right after ABC Boot Camp?
Yes. We had like 2 days. So like I think we ended on Wednesday, so we had Thursday, Friday, and so those 2 days were review, and then Monday we started Word Family Boot Camp. But with that said, there's also a daily review. Every morning we do all of the letters and sounds. So we're getting daily review of all the letters and sounds. And as one of our phonemic awareness activities, it takes like 2 to 3 minutes. We're working on identifying beginning sounds. So I'm either saying a word or showing a picture, and the kids are identifying the beginning sound. So there's still that review, and we're still focused on the sounds, but we're not spending a lot of time on it. And then we did kick off a Word Family Boot Camp this week. I'm very, very happy with how the kids are doing. Already, this is day 3. So we've done 2 word families, and already seeing a big improvement today as opposed to Monday with their ability to read the word family words. So far so good. We're loving Word Family Boot Camp. But yeah, we just went right from ABC Boot Camp to Word Family Boot Camp.
Shine Like Stars wants to know, how do you balance everything? Teaching, Teachers by Teachers, all the workshops that you do, the prepping in your classroom, blogging, and still have a personal life?
It's hard, and everybody knows that that's one of the hardest things of teaching is finding balance. We all know that our teacher brain never turns off. So it's hard to find balance. Of course, I couldn't do everything that I do without the mister helping out and handling a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. And so a lot of the prepping, the cutting, the laminating, a lot of that he takes care of, so I don't have to do it. And so it's hard, but you know, we don't have kids yet, so that's easier. I know that's a big thing, not having kids. We have these 2 furry ones that you can't see right now, these fur doodles. But so that makes it a little easier. But having somebody like Jason that's so supportive and so involved really makes it easier on me. So it's hard to find balance, and sometimes you just have to make yourself kind of stop and relax. And I'm not good at that. And so Jason's good at making me take some downtime and focus on us and me, and not so much on teaching and that stuff. But I try to be as efficient as possible. On Sundays, I try to spend a few hours prepping everything I can for the week, so I don't have to worry about it during the week. And that has been a big help. Something that really makes a big impact, and this is going to seem really small and trivial, I prep all of our charts for the week on Sunday. So I get all the tree maps done, the schema map, the circle map, everything is made. So I don't have to worry about that in the mornings before school. And so I can just go in the morning and kind of get everything set up for the day, make sure the computers are on, the iPads are turned on and ready, and all of that stuff. And so I'm not worrying about putting all the charts together. So that's a big one. And, you know, with you know, blogging or working on a new creation, I can hang out on the couch with my laptop and we can watch a TV and hang out, and I can still be working on something. So that makes it easy too, but it's hard. And so you just have to find ways to make it go a little quicker and be a little more efficient.
Do you print most of your things at home or before you leave for school?
At home. Most everything is printed at home. We don't have access to color printers or copiers at school. So all of the color stuff is done here. And again, on Sunday, I find it a lot easier when we're prepping centers for the week or hippopotamuses. It's just a lot easier to print the recording sheets at home too. So on Monday morning, I can just go in and drop everything into the math or the literacy hippopotamuses, and we're good to go. And we also have limits at school, and like right now we're out of paper at school, and so it's nice to know it's all done and I don't have to worry about it.
Kim wants to know if there's a fashion show at the end of Word Family Boot Camp or any of the other boot camps.
There's not. I mean, you could totally pull it off if you wanted to do a Word Family Boot Camp, but there's not. Just at the end of ABC Boot Camp.
Jessica wants to know how often you change the activities in your tubs.
So the way the tubs work is that what I do every couple of weeks is I kind of shift everything around. So stuff from the pink group, I'll take out 3 or 4 things from the pink group and move it to the purple group. So I'm going to take some things out of there, move it to the green group, take some green stuff, move it to the blue group. So everybody's seeing new things, and then the 3 or 4 tubs in the pink group that are empty, I just put new stuff in there. So every couple of weeks, things get shifted around. So that means everybody's seeing new stuff every couple of weeks. And then what I do once a month, usually after a holiday, is take everything out and put out all new stuff. So probably next Friday, I'll pull everything out and put out all Halloween and fall themed centers. So and people are always, that's one question I get a lot because, there are 36 literacy tubs and about, 24 math activities in their math baskets. And so people, think, oh my God, you'll be there all night, on a Friday or all day on a Sunday, changing out centers. But I don't change all of them. And because there's so much choice built in, I don't have to change them every week. And the way that I have them stored and organized in my closet, I can pull 3 or 4 things out, throw them in their tubs in the closet, pull 3 or 4 more things out, put them out, and be done. So it's the way we run centers in our classroom or our hippopotamuses. It's very, very, very teacher friendly, very low prep, and easy to manage and set up for teachers.
I'm trying to find the next question that goes into that same. I had another one here. That was funny. Sorry, I've got all my questions here in a row, and I try to group them so that we kind of stay on the same topic. But sometimes it's difficult.
We're teachers. We're used to going all over the place.
Okay, so Tammy says that she's been doing the centers how you do them. How do you stop young 5s from playing around with the center stuff and not doing them the way they should?
Lots of modeling, lots of training, lots of expectations. Don't be afraid to stop. I'm a student teacher right now, and so this is something we've talked a lot about, is don't be afraid to stop and clean everything up. Have a quick meeting, talk about it, talk about what you saw, have the kids talk about what they were doing, what we could do better, and then go try it again. And before we even go into hippopotamuses, we go over the expectations. And so my kids, we'll talk about it. You check this pink basket. You have work, you go get it out of your tub, you sit down, you finish it. Well, how many papers do you get out? 1. Oh, well, how many do you color at a time? 1. What if you don't have anything in the pink basket? So we go over the steps and the procedures every single day before literacy centers. In the afternoon, we go over them again before math centers. And I think especially with early in the year with 5-year-olds, I think that's the key to success, is just constant reminders, constant modeling, and talking about what they need to be doing and how they need to be doing it.
And talking about centers, there's discussion going on in the chat right now about needing more centers for center time. And Chad says that he recommends your TPT store because you have some amazing products in there. Can you kind of talk a little bit about how all your products are aligned so that if you're using one in your center, how does that fit into other products that they may buy throughout the year?
Okay, so when I sit down to create centers, or we call them hippopotamuses, when I sit down to create a center, I'm thinking of the kids, and I'm also thinking of teachers, because hello, I'm a classroom teacher, and so I've got meetings and 14,000 pieces of paperwork to do and phone calls to make and emails, and so I know how hard and how stressful and how time consuming it can be to prep centers, to get the kids to do the centers, to train the kids, to run centers and all of that. So when I'm sitting down to create a center, when I'm creating my centers, sorry guys, the neighbors are home and they're quite loud and it gets the dogs excited. So when I create my centers, I'm creating them to be done the same way all year long. So my centers are created to be completely consistent from the first day of school to the end of the school year. All that really changes is the skill and the clip art or the theme. The process itself stays the same. So you're going to see a lot of puzzles, letters, beginning sounds, word families, CVC words, blends, CVCE words. You're going to see that throughout the year. The skills are different because we have to differentiate. We're moving throughout the year, but the process stays the same. So my kids started with letter and sound puzzle at the beginning of the year. I don't ever have to reteach that center because they know how to do the process. It's just a matter of the new skill and the change of clip art. So everything, if you are buying centers from my Teacher Space Teacher Store, and if you are, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. It means the world to me because I know how important it is to have high quality resources in your classroom. And so it's very, very powerful for me to know that teachers trust what I'm doing enough to use it with their kids, because I know what that takes. And so like that, a huge thank you if you've used my stuff in your classroom. But if you're using my centers, if you've purchased some of my creations on TPT, they're done. It's all meant to be consistent. So once you've kind of taught them at the beginning of the year, the rest of the year, you have to do very little reteaching of the centers because they're very consistent. The process stays the same. All that changes are the clip art, the theme, and the skill changes. And that's done very, very much on purpose because I don't want to spend every Monday spending 30 minutes teaching new centers. I want to turn them loose, put them into their centers, and get them working and learning and having fun without wasting a lot of time to teach a new center. So everything that I create, I'm creating with that in mind, so that it's very easy for us as the classroom teachers, and it's very, very kid friendly. And on top of that, a big shout out to the Mister, because he has helped me simplify my centers, because he was the one doing the cutting and the laminating, and so he would come to me and say, this isn't easy to cut out. This is a lot of cutting. You need to make it simple. And so that's also something that I've really focused on, is not making Christmas trees that you have to cut out. So now I kind of make everything, square, so you can just cut out squares. So everything is consistent. Kind of once you've kind of introduced my centers at the beginning of the year, they're good to go for the rest of the year, because I'm creating them that way on purpose.
So in regards to centers, now's a good time to let everyone know about your seminar that you have coming up with the SGI. Upstairs, guys.
Send the dogs up. Go.
That's coming up next week
so
with the SGI. Go.
Next week.
Upstairs. Go.
It's live. What do you? You get.
Go.
Welcome to our home. This is what it's really like at our house on a normal day. So next week, I'm very excited to be doing another live webinar with ESGI.
Upstairs.
It's free. And so you can go to the ESGI website, esgisoftware.com, and get registered. So next Wednesday, September 28th at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, I'm doing a live webinar with ESGI called Centers Made Simple. So I'm going to talk about how we run centers in our classroom, and then talk about, give examples and ideas for centers that you can purchase and that you can make for your classroom. So definitely want to get signed up for that. You'll get a certificate saying you participated, so you can get your professional development hours, and you also will get a super exclusive free literacy center to download. And I made it last night, and it might involve pickles. That's all I'm saying, pickles.
It was fun. It
was fun. It's super cute. So you can go to esgisoftware.com and you can register for that live webinar. And again, it's free. So I hope you all will join me next Wednesday on ESGI for a live webinar on centers.
So you'll learn more.
And you'll learn more, and you get a free pickle center.
But here's more questions about centers.
All right.
Staying on the same topic. How long do you have for center time?
We usually end up with about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the day and how the kids were doing. Mondays, a little bit less, just because, everything is new on Monday. Our poem is new, our book is new sight words. So Mondays, a little less time. Fridays, usually a little bit more, but about 45 minutes to an hour.
Suze is here.
Hi, Suze.
She wants to know how you organize your centers which are not in use. By month? If yes, then how? By skill, by theme?
So my centers are all organized and sorted by skill. The reason I did that was because I wanted it to be very easy for me to switch out my centers, and I wanted it to be easy to find the skills that I need, because my kids might not need a February themed center. Like if we're doing addition, I want to be able to go into the addition box and pull out an addition center and put it out. And I don't want to have to dig through my February stuff to find addition. So everything is sorted by skill. And so if you were to come into my classroom, and if I remember, I'll take a picture of this and post it tomorrow. You'll see in our closet, all of my center storage bins are there. They're all labeled with the skill that's in there. And so everything is by skill. So if I need something for letters, I can go to the letter tub, open it, grab a couple of letter centers, and put them in the tubs. And then I can take something out of the tubs, and I know right where it goes. So having them sorted by skill, organized by skill, just makes it so much easier for me to find what I need and what the kids need.
Alan asked if you have a cool down center in your room for those students that get upset or out of control.
We have, we call it take a break or time out. So it's part of responsive classroom. We're a responsive classroom district, so everything that we do with social emotional learning is responsive classroom. So we do have a timeout. It's in the back of the room. The thing about it that is important to remember is that it's not a punishment, and it really is just a place for the kids to go and sit for a minute or two, kind of calm down, relax, and just chill out for a minute. It's set up so that the kids can still see and hear everything that's happening. So they're removed from what's happening, but they're not isolated. So they're still part of what's happening. They just don't get to participate for a minute or two. And what I also do in my timeout center to help the kids and to make it a little more comforting is I have a Scentsy Buddy. And so the little Scentsy Buddies are little stuffed animals, and they come with a scent pack that goes inside of them, so they smell. And so I use the lavender scent packs. And so I have a Scentsy Buddy in my cool down center, in my timeout take a break center. And so when the kids go sit there, especially if they're upset, they can, so here's a Scentsy Buddy. They can hold on to the Scentsy Buddy, and he's lavender and sometimes peppermint. And so it just kind of helps comfort them and calm them down. And so there's a zipper on the back, and the little scent pack is in there. So that's something else that I've added into my my take a break timeout spot. And it works really well. I have the best picture of one of my little kids a couple of years ago holding on to Ruby the Rhino, the Scentsy Buddy, with the lavender, and he is sound asleep. So he was having a rough day. He was upset and kind of crying, and so he went to take a break, and he grabbed that Rhino and held on to it, and that lavender put him right to sleep. So, yeah. And sometimes Mr. Greg uses the Scentsy Buddies when he needs to calm down, when he needs a break, and I breathe in real deep and smell that lavender, and it's so calming. Yeah, so, yeah, and it works great. The kids, and, at the beginning of the year, everybody practices a couple of times going to take a break so that they know it's okay and that they're not in trouble. A note goes home to parents explaining, if somebody comes home and says they went to timeout, that doesn't mean they were in trouble. It just means that they needed to take a break and cool off for a minute. Sometimes I put myself there.
So we're going to do our first giveaway in 4 minutes.
So if you haven't entered for the giveaway, head over to the blog, thekindergartensmorgasbord.com right now. Click on the first post. Get entered for the giveaway. We're giving away 1 year of ESGI, which is a $200 value, and a $50 Amazon gift card because I love Amazon. And so get entered. You've got about 3 minutes, and we're going to do our first giveaway. We're trying something new today, so we're going to do a giveaway early on. So surprise.
There's a few quick questions that we can do probably pretty quick. One is from Christy. Where do you buy your Senate strips online?
Classroom Direct. That's the cheapest place I found them. And I'll also say this, that's also where I buy my chart paper. And as a matter of fact, we should be getting a box of chart paper soon because I just ordered a bunch. You can get the sentence strips about $3 a pack and the chart paper about $4 a pack. It's classroomdirect.com. That's the best price I found for them.
Melissa wants to know what phonics songs you use to help it stick with your kids.
Alfredy by Dr. Jean. What Do the Letters Say? Letter Rap by Harry Kindergarten. And I think that's it. Yeah, those are the 3 phonics ones that we use.
Chad at Male Kindergarten Teachers says, when you start using Live Studios, when do you start using the Live Studios augmented reality? And do you use it at all for ABC Bootcamp?
So if you're not familiar, there's software available called Letters Alive. It's from Live Studios. It's augmented reality, which is basically 3D without the glasses. It's the coolest piece of technology we have in our classroom. I've had it. This is our 3rd year to have it. Second year to have it. It's phenomenal. It's the coolest stuff. You put the little card under the camera and the animals come to life in 3D. So there's a letter card for every letter of the alphabet. And so we actually incorporated into ABC Bootcamp from day 1. And so we're actually using the letter cards as part of ABC Bootcamp. And so when we did the letter A on day 1 of ABC Bootcamp, I pulled out the A card. We put it under the document camera. The software turned Amos the alligator into this amazing 3D image. And of course, the image moves, and you can pick up the card and move the card. And of course, it manipulates the 3D image. There are some blog posts on the blog and some videos on Facebook about with it. But yeah, we incorporate that into ABC Bootcamp from day 1. And now we're incorporating it into Word Family Bootcamp because you can actually set up Letters Alive to do word families. And so now we're using it as part of our Word Family Bootcamp. And you can go to their website, alivestudiosco.com, and check it out. Phenomenal software.
See if there's another quick question. How do you handle, Miss Moki wants to know, how you handle kids that throw furniture and act out?
I've been there, done that. I think we probably have all had those experiences. Number 1, document everything. Document. Number 2, get admin involved, and always make it a safety issue. Because don't ever make it a personal, I'm so frustrated I can't do this, because that's not effective. Make it a safety issue about that child and the other kids. because then that seems to get, we just talked about this at school the other day with a kid. That seems to get things happening and get a lot more supports in place. Also, train your students, the rest of the class, to number one, ignore. And I know that's easier said than done. I know I've been there. But train them to ignore, move away, keep focused, keep doing what you're doing, keep working. And then also have a plan so that if it is happening, especially if there's furniture being thrown, have a plan to move your kids to safety. I had a situation several years ago that would escalate very quickly with one of our students. And so we had a plan where I would blow my whistle, and my kids knew if I blew that whistle, they stopped what they were doing. Everybody got up and walked to the classroom next door. So I never really had to ever say anything to them. We never had to really make a big deal of it. Just when that whistle blew, they all knew what to do. And that worked really well. But get admin involved, get the parents involved, document everything, and make it a safety issue.
Does flexible seating help with decreasing that type of issue, throwing furniture, that type of stuff?
I would think so. I can't say for sure because I've not had that severe behavior in my classroom since I've started flexible seating. But I would venture to say that it would probably help somewhat.
All right, let's do our first giveaway.
Woohoo! Let's give away something.
Guess I might want to log in to actually go do that.
So we're going to change it up a little bit tonight. We're actually going to give away one of our giveaway prizes right now here in the middle of the hour instead of waiting until the end. So everybody who's registered, don't worry. If you don't win the first prize, you're still registered for the second prize. You don't need to do anything.
Are we going to do, which one you want to do first? ESGI, or you want to do the Amazon? I say we do Amazon.
Let's do Amazon.
Okay.
Y'all love me some Amazon.
So this is for a $50 Amazon gift card.
It's very unusual to go a day in our house without Amazon showing up at our door.
It is. My mom actually came and spent the weekend here a couple weeks ago, and she said that it's like Christmas here every day.
It's pretty much true.
Amazon boxes arrive every day, something fun and different.
But not today. Nothing came today. Or yesterday. Nothing came yesterday. That's
our winner of the $50 Amazon gift card is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this name right or not, Jonna Thomas. Johna Thomas. Johna Thomas.
All right. So, Jonna, if you're here, if you're in the chat, you need to say something in the chat to Jason quickly so we know that you're here, and you can claim your Amazon gift card. So Jonna Thomas or Jonah Thomas. So if you're here, let us know in the chat so that we can make sure to get you your prize. Because if not, we'll have to pick a new winner.
She's here.
All right. Yay. Congratulations, Jonah. So we will, Jason will get in contact with you and we'll get you your gift card. So congratulations.
Yep. So I'll send you an email, Jonna, and we'll get you all set up with your gift card. And we'll do the ESGI
at the end
in a little,
in
a little while. All right, let's get back to questions. Here's a good one. How do you teach your sight words, and what activities do you do with them? So
we do something we call Sight Word 60. We call it Sight Word 60 because over the course of the week, the kids get 60 exposures or more to each of the words. Brain research tells us we need about 21 exposures to learn something and put it into long-term memory and to be able to recall that. So with Sight Word 60, we're giving them over 60 exposures in a week. So the way it works, I'll give you a quick rundown of how it works. There are actually a series of blog posts on Sight Word 60. And what I did with that, it's a week-long series. And so each day I use video and pictures and show you exactly what we do for each day of the Sight Word 60. So you can go to the blog and search for Sight Word 60 and get all the details, some resources and freebies and some videos of what it looks like. So Monday is introduce the word. We read the word, spell the word, and if possible, we say the sounds and blend the word. Not always possible with sight words, but if it's possible, we do it. And then I use the word in a sentence and the kids repeat the sentence. So that's Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, we go over the words again quickly. So we'll read them 2 or 3 times very, very quickly. And then the kids use the words in a sentence orally. Not every kid gets a turn for every word. Maybe 4 or 5 kids per word, depending on the word and how long it's taking us to do the sentences. So Tuesday and Wednesday, the kids are using the words in a sentence. I will say Tuesday usually requires a little more scaffolding and support to help them with their sentences. Wednesday, they're a lot better at coming up with their own sentences. Thursday, we do the sight words in a small group, and we do our sight word grid. And so that's a small 4x4 grid with 16 words. So 4 sight words, and they're on there 4 times. The way it works is we read all of the words first, and then I'll say, find the word can. Everybody finds can. We spell can. We read can. And then I say, color can red. So they have to find all 4 cans and color them red. Then that goes home on Thursday night, and that's how they practice their sight words at home. Friday is a game or an activity. So we will play, a game 5-6 minutes. It's not a long game. It's not anything big and huge, but it's a fun little activity to practice and review the sight words. Sometimes we graph the sight words. So we pull the sight words out of a bag, read them, stick them on, and graph them. We do musical sight words. So I just put the words. I use sit spots a lot. So I write the sight words on our sit spots and put them in a circle. We turn the music on. We sing and dance. When the music stops, you read the word. We do snowball fights. We do sight word building. I think what else? We've done sight word roosters. So I put the sight words on our smartboard, and I cover I use the smartboard software to cover all the words, and the kids throw a stuffed rooster. True story. It's just a little bitty stuffed rooster. They throw the rooster at the smartboard, and whatever square they hit disappears, and we have to read the word that's behind that square. And so, but like I said, you can go to the blog and look up sight word 60, and you can see really in detail what it looks like. But really, Monday, introduce the words. Tuesday and Wednesday, the kids use the words in a sentence. Thursday is the grid. Friday is a game. Also, Harry Kindergarten has 2 sight word songs on YouTube that we use later in the year that are phenomenal for sight words.
So I just want to make sure that we get this question answered, and I think you did, but Elena says, please help. She says, Greg, when do you implement sight word 60 in the day before or after reading or writing? They start on Monday, so please help.
So we start sight words the 2nd week of school. So we jump right into sight words. So here's what it looks like in our class in the morning for literacy. So we wrap up our morning meeting, then we do our letter sound chart, our poem, our emergent reader, then our sight words. Then after the sight words would be the read aloud, and then centers and guided reading, and then writer's workshop. So letter sounds, and then phonics, phonemic awareness, poem, emergent reader, sight words. So they're done before we do our read aloud and before we do writing and centers and guided reading.
Elena says, got it. Very cool. I didn't see any other questions come in about sight words, which is surprising while we have that discussion, so we'll move on. How do you manage small groups in the classroom?
So my small groups are done during guided reading or during center time for literacy and math. And so my groups are differentiated. Guided reading groups are very different than guided reading groups. My guided reading groups will change every couple of weeks. Guided math groups, those might change daily or every other day. So those math groups are a lot more fluid than my guided reading groups. So while the kids are working in centers, I'll call the group that I need. So my center groups and my guided reading or my guided math groups are not the same. So you might be in the pink group for centers, but that's not your guided reading group. And so when I need a math group or a guided reading group, I just call the kids in that group. So instead of saying, I need the pink group, I would say, I need Xavier, Angel, Giovanni, and Hassan. And so they would come to my table, and that's the group that I would be doing either guided reading or guided math with. So it's not a rotation. I'm not part of the center wheel. And those are very fluid. Like I said, differentiated. Right now, the groups are based on skills, and so I'm using our ESGI data. So, I've got some groups doing letters, some doing letters and sounds, some doing sounds, and I've got a few kids who are doing guided reading. We're already reading some books. And then, in December, we will do our formal running records. We use Fountas and Pinnell, and then the groups will be doing a lot more guided reading with books on their level then. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I guess, nobody has said anything.
Okay.
So
yeah, so so they're in centers, and I'm pulling groups. And that's how I manage my groups.
So we did have a question on sight words that apparently I missed. Tammy wants to know how many sight words you give a week for the kids to learn.
We have 4 words a week. So we have to do 100. Our kids are expected to know 100 words. They're expected to be able to read 100 words. They have to be able to read and write the first 25 words. And those come from Fountas and Pinnell. But we do 4 words a week. And then we do a 4 weeks rotation. So 4 words, 4 words, 4 words, review. So 3 weeks of new words. Week 4 is always a review. So we're reviewing the 12 words, and we review all the words that we've learned previously. So new 4, 4, 4, review. So 4 words a week.
Miss Smokey wants to know the best way to build relationships with students. When this question was asked, she asked this a little while back in the chat tonight when it was asked. The discussion came up about morning meeting.
Yes. If you walk away from anything with this tonight, morning meeting. Nothing else matters in our classrooms until those relationships are there. The kids don't care about rules. They don't care about curriculum and standards and centers and all flexible seating. Nothing matters until we have those relationships. So we have to invest the time in relationships. The best way to do that is with morning meeting. If you're not doing morning meeting in your classroom, please start tomorrow. It is a game changer. I worked at an inner city school in the projects of Nashville. We didn't do morning meeting my first 2 years in kindergarten. The summer after the second year, we had the opportunity to be trained in morning meeting, and I implemented it in my classroom that third year, and it was night and day different. The community that we built, the relationships that I built with the kids built with me, and that the kids built with each other completely transformed our classroom. Behaviors were better. The kids took care of each other. They were nicer to each other. We got more compliments from people. So if you're looking to build relationships, start with morning meeting. It's 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. And the thing is that you're not adding another thing to your plate. Morning meeting is the plate. That is what holds everything else together for your classroom. So you have to be doing morning meeting. You have to find 10 minutes in the morning to do it. Do it every day. The power of morning meeting is that everybody gets greeted by somebody, so they're feeling welcome and included and safe. Everybody gets to share over the course of the week. So it's a safe place where we can share what's happening in our lives. The kids will share. You need to open up and share with your kids. And that's where the relationship building comes in, because we start to hear and see what's going on in their lives. What did they do last night? What do they do for fun? What really gets them going? Are they having problems at home? Is there something going on? Did something happen that morning that's going to throw them off that we can sit down and talk with them about? So start with morning meeting and really listen to what your kids are sharing. Also be willing to share with your kids. If we're expecting them to open up to us, we need to open up to them. And something else that will help is eat lunch with the kids. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to give up my lunch. Give up your lunch at least once a week. Go to the cafeteria and sit down and eat with your kids. Something about eating with them just gets them to really open up. Me and my student teacher, we've been eating with the kids almost every day since the beginning of the school year, and we love it. Today, somebody did throw up. That was a little rough, but we got through it. I might have had to clean it off of her, but we got through it. But it's a great time to just sit down and talk We get to talk about what we like, what we don't like. We get to have a lot of fun. So morning meeting, is the best way to build relationships with your kids. Eat lunch with them. And then if they're doing stuff after school, if they're playing sports, try to find their schedule and try to make time and show up at one of their games or one of their events. And that really goes a long way to build relationships. I kind of feel like we need to do a whole submissions live on morning meeting.
Morning meeting. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We've got some questions coming in about morning meeting now. So how long does your morning meeting last?
10 to 15 minutes. Some days it goes 20 minutes. Monday, it usually goes a little longer because there's a new greeting. So we're learning a new greeting, so it will go a little bit longer. But you can do them in 10 minutes. You can go up to about no longer than 20. So 10 to 15 up to 20 minutes.
How do you introduce it?
We start on day one. First day of school, we had our first morning meeting. Everybody comes to the carpet. I tell the kids every day we will start our day with morning meeting. And I say, morning meeting is when we're gonna talk about what we're doing. We're gonna say hello to each other. And I said, but every day we will start with morning meeting. And the first thing we do in that first morning meeting is we introduce ourselves. And so that first day morning meeting is us sitting in a circle saying, my name is Mr. Greg. The next kid says, my name is. So we start on day one, and then I slowly start to add in the other pieces. The morning message is also there from day one, but the activity and the sharing, those get added in a little bit piece at a time. But start on day one.
Full Circle Kinders wants to know if you have a list somewhere of the different greetings that you use for morning meeting.
I don't have them in a combined list, but there are lots of videos on YouTube and lots of blog posts talking about our morning meeting greetings. So you can see a lot of the videos of the greetings in action and lots of blog posts that talk about different greetings and give you ideas for different greetings. And if you need help with the morning message, on TPT, I do have a morning message bundle that has over 400 ideas and examples of morning messages so that you can use that to make your morning messages interactive.
Jean wants to know how many kids share per day and how many times a week do each of your kids get to share?
So on Monday, everybody shares. Very quickly, we share one thing we did on the weekend. And then sometimes I might have a question and sometimes true story, y'all. See, this is what you learn in morning meeting. Got a new kid a few weeks ago. So Monday last, we shared our weekend. I said, Aziel, what did you do this weekend? I played with my crocodile. I was like, what are you talking about, a crocodile? Like, they have a caiman. So they have one of the little crocodiles as a pet. And so he was sharing with us that he played with his crocodile. True story. Showed us picture. They've got a crocodile. So Monday, everybody shares one thing they did on the weekend. And then the rest of the week, Tuesday through Friday, 3 people get to share. And so everybody may not share every week because sharing is voluntary, other than Monday. Monday, everybody has to share, even if you say, I did nothing this weekend. But the rest of the week, 3 volunteers get to share. So somebody might share twice in a week. Somebody might not share it all in the week. It's completely up to them. The sharing is, other than Monday, sharing is voluntary.
So Brenda wants to know, how long do you keep the kiddos on the carpet in the morning doing it all? How do you keep them from getting squirrely?
So we do morning meeting, and usually the morning meeting activity has them up and moving. And then we'll do our songs. So they're up and singing and dancing. And then we will do our morning literacy routine, which takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And that involves movement also. So they're not ever sitting for an extended period of time. They sit, we'll do something, and then there's some movement. And then we'll sit, we'll do another part of the morning literacy routine, then there's movement again. And then the read aloud, 15 to 20 minutes. So that whole morning literacy routine, not counting the morning meeting, about 30 to 40 minutes, but they're not sitting for the entire 30 or 40 minutes. We're on the carpet for that amount of time, but there's a lot of movement built into that.
So Elena wants to know how you're doing it in 15 minutes. She said hers is 30 and she's pushing fast.
The morning literacy routine?
Just morning meeting.
Number one, it depends on how many kids. Depends on the greeting. like this week it's been short because our activity is very short and quick. So I think it really depends on how many kids are sharing, how many kids are in your class. But if it's taking 30 minutes, you might want to try to trim that a little bit. That might be a little too long. And it might be only 2 kids get to share every day. And remember, the thing about the greeting is that not every child greets every child. So not all 18 of my kids get to greet everybody all day, because that takes a long time. But everybody gets greeted by at least one person every day.
Do you do calendar at morning meeting or during math?
No, calendar is not part of our morning meeting. I know a lot of teachers do the calendar as in their morning meeting or part of their circle time, but we do it during our math. It's actually the kickoff to our math block. And so the way our schedule works is we actually have about 15 minutes between specials and recess. And so we're actually doing calendar at that time. But it's always done, our calendar is at the beginning of our math block. Because to me, it made sense to do calendar at the beginning of math because there's so much math involved in the calendar.
Betty says that her students don't want to greet each other. They act shy. And I know yours.
Oh, this year I have a very, very shy class. So the thing about it is, if we're not buying into it, the kids aren't going to buy into it. So really, really pump up morning meeting and really make it something special and exciting, and not just something that we have to get through. It has to be meaningful, and it really needs to become the soul of your classroom in the morning. And again, it goes back to modeling. And so if the kids don't want to greet each other, maybe try to find a greeting that's a little different and fun. So this week, we're not greeting by names, we're greeting by numbers. So the kids are all wearing a number sticker in the morning. And so instead of saying, "Good morning, Mr. Gregg," this morning I was number 4. And so they said, "Good morning, 4." And so, but you know, really, really pump it up. And again, if we don't buy into it, they're not going to buy into it.
Just out of curiosity, how many recesses do you have every day?
Just one. We get 15 to 20 minutes. And sometimes we go 25 and 30 minutes. Sometimes we take an extra recess. We get 15. We have one 15-minute recess.
Tiffany asked how you introduce Write the Room.
I actually started with small groups. And so I will always start with my highest group and start them with Write the Room. And then, so when I introduced it a couple weeks ago, I started with the first group on Monday, trained them how to do it. On Tuesday, I trained the next group on how to do it. And then the other 2 groups, I trained them the next 2 days. And it's differentiated. So some groups are writing words, some groups are writing letters, and some groups are doing letter recognition. So they're finding the card on the wall or in the classroom, and instead of writing the letter, they're coloring the letter. So it's differentiated, but it's done. It's a small group activity that I introduce and train the kids on. So a group a day.
Beth asked if you have any information on the timing of your daily schedule.
I knew this was going to come up because I've been getting a lot of questions about this. I posted the schedule on Facebook just before we went live. So you can go to the Kindergarten Smorgasbord Facebook page, and the schedule is there so you can see what our breakdown of our schedule is.
So here's just kind of a general question. Donna wants to know if you just tell us a little bit about your class this year. How many boys, how many girls, any special needs? Yeah, so this year I have 18 kids.
17 of my kids are ELL students. One is a gen ed English speaker. And we all said hello to him earlier. So I have, I can't tell you boys and girls off the top of my head. Let me see if I can do it. I'm gonna look at our name chart and see if I can do it. I think it's 8 and 10. I'm not sure if it's 8 girls, 10 boys, or the other way around, but 8 and 10. 2 of my kids speak Burmese. 2 of my kids speak Arabic, and 13 are Spanish speaking. I have one student who's reading at a level F already. I have about 3 or 4 students who aren't speaking much at all. So they're a very, very good group of kids, very, very sweet. Really, really starting to see a lot of personalities come out. I have one little boy who is just a total hoot. He just loves to sing and dance. We sing a song and he sings and dances like nobody's business. And every time we finish a song, he cheers and woohoo! He loves it. So a really, really good group this year. So I think a little more challenging than last year. I have some behaviors, nothing severe, nothing major, but definitely I have some boys that I have to keep apart. And but yeah, really good group of kids. So what's happened?
We have a surprise. As everybody knows, or you may not know, tomorrow is Mr. Greg's birthday. So just as a happy birthday, I got some balloons, a cupcake. Happy birthday, babe.
Oh, thanks, babe.
You got to make a wish. And I'm not going to sing since there's nobody here to sing with me. Trust me, you don't want to hear me sing. But happy birthday.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. I don't know where I can put these so that they'll stay on the screen.
Here.
Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, they won't stay in.
And let me guess, you got the cupcake from Gigi's.
I did.
And I can tell by the icing. Cupcake.
Go for it, sing. No, trust me, you don't want to hear me sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Greg. Happy birthday to you.
It's
and
balloons.
many more. I did it. Yay!
I didn't even get a bite of the cupcake.
Well, if they put so much icing, you can hardly get to the cake. I've got one in there too for myself.
They're so good. Well, tomorrow I'll be 24.
Chad wants me to sing higher, please. Happy birthday to you! All right, so let's do our, now that we've got that out of the way, and I've got a cake for tomorrow that we're going to take to school for the kids to celebrate your birthday.
Lulu heard you singing.
Looks like Lulu wants to come down.
She's like, cupcakes.
Food!
She smelled that cupcake. Hi, Lulu.
So how old are you?
24.
Liar, he's 38.
No, I'm 37 until tomorrow.
Well, you're going to be 38 tomorrow.
God, I'm old.
I'm 38 too, so don't go there.
He's older.
Okay, let's do our ESGI giveaway. So this drawing is for 1 year of ESGI. That's a $200 value. If you already have ESGI and you happen to win tonight, let us know if you can, and we'll draw another winner. If you can't, or if you know someone else that you want to give it to, that's fine as well. You can totally re-gift it. If you already have it and there's another teacher in your school that you want to give it to, that's completely fine as well.
So ESGI is a online assessment tool. It's done one-on-one. It's very, very quick and easy to use. I love it because I can sit down with my kids, I can assess them on a skill and have instant data. So I can really target my instruction and really meet the needs of the kids. I love it because you can send home a parent letter that says, today I tested Greg on his shapes. He got these shapes right. He missed these shapes, and it sends little personalized flashcards home so the kids can practice at home. It's easy for parent conferences. And the other thing is the kids love it. I posted a picture a couple weeks ago of a little girl. I was doing her letters, and we finished. And when you finish, it gives you a pie graph of their results. And she knew all of her letters, and so her whole graph was green. And so when we finished, she was like, oh, she was so excited. And so the kids actually love it, and they respond very well to it. And that's good. That's what we want. We want the kids to be very comfortable with assessments, and we want to be able to share their data and let them see how they're doing. It also has a history feature, so you can see their growth line. And the kids, that is powerful for my kids. We just wrapped up ABC boot camp, and so I assessed the kids on ABC boot camp, and I was showing the kids, at the beginning of the year you were here, and now look, you're up here, and you could just see the pride in their face with ABC boot camp and with being able to see their growth. So I love ESGI. If you don't win, you can sign up for a 60-day free trial. Use the code SMORGIE, SM. You'll get a 60-day free trial. You'll save $40 off the subscription price. And if you sign up now for the next, I can't remember,
till the end of the month.
End of September. So if you sign up now with the code SMORGIE until the end of the month, you also are entered into a drawing to win a $50 TPT gift card. And they're giving away 10 of those. So if you don't win, go ahead and sign up for your 60-day free trial. Use the code SMORGIE, and you can test it out for 60 days, and you get entered into a drawing for the TPT gift card. And while you're at the site, at the ESGI website, esgisoftware.com, sign up for my webinar next week, and you can join me again live to learn all about centers.
There's something else I was going to say about ESGI. Oh, your tests. Your assessments are also available now.
So big news. Now I am a friend of ESGI. So all of the assessments that I create are now published. So everybody in the world can now use those assessments on ESGI. So if you're already using it, you can go to the Friends of ESGI. You'll see my name and my tests. You can click on my name and you can use my tests. So there's another reason for you to sign up. So I have all of my ABC bootcamp tests, my number boot camps. And so every test that I create for my class or for my grade level, those are being published and those are available for everybody to use. And I also did the next generation science tests. So I created the ESGI assessments for the next generation science standards on ESGI.
The Doodles are very excited about this giveaway.
They love ESGI too.
So
see, look, Lulu says, "Go ESGI."
Tonight's winner is Alicia Dudley.
Hey, I know Alicia.
Alicia Dudley.
Yay, Alicia!
Here, please let me know in the chat.
Alicia is from Texas. I think, is ESGI in the chat tonight?
Yes.
ESGI, I think these two over here, they need a t-shirt. Lulu needs to rock an ESGI t-shirt. And while we're waiting on Alicia and the giveaway, ESGI is also one of our sponsors for our upcoming conference. And so we're doing a Smorgasbord of Learning. It's a one-day conference here in Nashville on Saturday, October 29th. And ESGI is one of our sponsors of the conference. So we'll be doing ESGI giveaways. We have really cool ESGI swag just for our conference. It's actually in the garage. I wish we'd opened the box and had one to show. Country music and guitars, that's all I'm going to say. So Debbie Clement is joining us. Debbie is from Rainbows Within Reach. And so she's a songwriter and a children's author. So she's joining us for the conference, and she's going to kick off the day using her songs and her books to build trust and affirmation in the classroom. And then the rest of the day, I'm going to be sharing reading, math, and centers. And there's going to be a make and take at the end of the day where you actually will create a math center that you will be able to take with you, and it'll be done, and you'll be able to put it in your classroom on Monday. And so lots of fun giveaways. ESGI will be there, Sit Spots will be there, and Alive Studios will be there. If you're interested, you can go to the blog, thekindergartensmorgasbord.com, and you'll see register now. You can click on that and get all the details and all the information about the conference and get signed up. Saturday, October 29th, here in Nashville. So we would love for all of you to join us.
Alicia has not answered, so we're going to go ahead and draw another name. Remember, guys, that's the deal. You've got to be here live in order to win. If you're not here live and signed into the chat, you can't win. So up next, Teresa Yaklin. Teresa Yaklin. Are you
Yay,
here?
Teresa!
Teresa Yaklin, if you're here, please say something in the chat.
Teresa, are you here?
Teresa's here.
Yay, congratulations, Teresa.
All right, Teresa, so we'll be in touch. I'll get in touch with the SGI, and then they'll reach out to you. But Teresa says give it to someone else. All right, I guess she already has it. So let's do another drawing. We'll keep going here. Sarah Maloney.
Sarah Maloney, are you here? Sarah Maloney. If you're here, say something to Jason in the chat because you've won a free year of ESGI.
Tiffany says, pick me, pick me. Sarah Maloney. Yes, she's here.
Yay, Sarah.
Hey, congratulations, Sarah. So as I was getting ready to say to our other winner, I'll be in touch with the SGI, and then we'll be in touch with you on what you need to do to claim your prize, to get your free year. So now everybody's asking about the different conferences you're going to be at. Come here, come there, come to Colorado. What's going to happen here? So I've actually got it pulled up here to go through where Greg is going to be and the dates that he's going to be there.
All I'm saying is if Oprah can have a private jet, I think I need one.
Of course, we would love for everyone to come to Nashville on October the 29th.
We had a blast at our conference in June, and so I know this one's going to be a blast with Debbie there. It's at a different venue this time. We'll be right downtown at the Music City Center, so we would love to have everybody come and join us that day.
But if you can't make it to that conference, Greg is going to be other places. I'm only going to talk about the actual conferences, not the districts and the schools that he's going to be visiting, because those are usually closed sessions. But the open conferences are the North Dakota Conference. That's in Jamestown, North Dakota. That's on October the 8th. If you go to the website, click on Schedule Me, and then you're going to scroll down. And as you scroll down, you're going to see these. And there's going to be links there where you can click on the link to go and find out more about that conference, what the sessions are going to be, how you register, what the registration fees are, etc. Greg is also going to be at the Wisconsin Kindergarten Association in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. That's on October 15th. He'll be at NJAC, New Jersey Association of Kindergarten Educators. I believe that's correct. That's on Saturday, November the 5th. That is in Clark, New Jersey. Greg will be at KTOT in Arlington, Texas on November 11th and 12th. And there are a few others in there that I don't have listed on this. They're actually SVE conferences.
Arkansas.
So if you go to the SVE website, you can get the dates for those conferences. I need to get those added to the website.
It's the Minnesota Pre-KK Conference, the Arkansas K Conference, and the Texas Kindergarten Conference.
That's in February.
Yeah.
But those that I just named, that's just through the end of this year. I didn't go into next year.
Arkansas and Minnesota are in December.
Yeah.
And then Texas in February.
Yeah. So again, if you want more information on those, just go to the kindergartensmorgasbord.com, click on Schedule Me, and then at the top, you're going to see our conference because that's ours. We're actually sponsoring that, so it's at the top. But then below that, you're going to find all the other conferences along with links on how to register for those.
And speaking of the website, we have a big announcement coming soon.
We do.
That's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah, hopefully October 1st.
Yeah, so stay tuned. It's coming, something big.
So Kinder Hughes wanting to know more about the Texas Kindergarten Conference in February. It's in Austin. It's SDE's annual conference.
So you can go to the SDE website and you can find the information on the Texas, Minnesota, and Arkansas conferences.
Yeah, but I'll try to get in the next couple of days. I'll try to get links added to our website as well.
With the Texas conference, I know they're making it a 3-day conference instead of 2 days, and I'm actually the 3rd day. That's all I know about that.
Nothing in Colorado, nothing in Michigan. at this time.
But y'all can come to Nashville and hang out with us in October.
Absolutely.
We're a lot of fun.
ESGI says that they're sending T-shirts for the Doodles.
Yes.
Jane says that she's on it. So.
And they better,
we're
Jane.
Looking for those.
Jane, they better be glittery. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see if there's anything else that we've missed here. Actually, I think we got all the questions.
Oh, good.
So that's a good thing. Have more information about your Minnesota visit in May. No, that's still way out, but that is on the schedule. Actually, I can tell you. Hold on, I can tell you what.
Well, while he's doing that, we did talk a lot about centers earlier, and so because it's my birthday tomorrow, we've actually put my TPT store on sale until Friday, so everything is 20% off. So if you're looking for some centers that are very teacher-friendly and very kid-friendly, but very, very engaging, easy to differentiate, and lots of fun, very effective, you can check out my TPT store. And like I said, it's on sale for the next couple of days for 20% off. So everything, including the bundles, are 20% off because it's my birthday.
And that's through Friday.
Yeah, so today, tomorrow, and Friday, everything is 20% off.
So you asked about the Minnesota Kindergarten Association in May. That's on May 5th. Greg's going to be covering a smorgasbord of math strategies. He's going to cover technology in the classroom and centers made simple. So there's going to be 3 sessions on that day. Again, that's May 5th for the Minnesota Kindergarten Association. Lisa said she looked into coming to Nashville. Airfare is outrageous. Lisa, check Southwest if you didn't.
They were having a sale.
Yeah, they usually have really good fares into Nashville. Usually one of the cheapest.
And if you are coming in, if you're looking for a hotel, look outside of downtown because sometimes the hotels downtown are like more expensive than New York. Yeah. But you can stay like 10 minutes from the Music City Center, and hotels are very, very reasonable.
Yes, absolutely. And the registration did close for the scholarship fund. For those that are wondering about that, the announcement will be made at the conference, and the money, the funds will be given out at the conference.
But registration for the conference is still open.
Yes.
Tickets are going pretty quick, so we would love to have you to join us. So definitely look into that. And you can pay with an invoice or a purchase order if your school will pay for it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think that's all.
All right. So,
you know what? Actually, can I tell people about the sense real quick? I know we did it at the beginning, but I kind of want to share it again because multiple people talked about Cincy throughout the chat. So I just kind of want to show real quick. Okay, my favorite sense. So the first one is coconut pumpkin pie. That one is actually my favorite. Well, my second favorite of all of them. The next one is, which one is that?
The
autumn glazed maple. That one, as I said, I just put that one in today, and I was surprised at how much I loved it. There's pumpkin roll. Chocolate coconut cream. And I haven't actually warmed that one yet. I love the way
I almost
smells.
took this one to school this morning.
Hands off, mister. Until after I use it.
Whatever I want.
And then apple s'mores.
I like that one.
And then my favorite of all of them is casting smells. I didn't bring one of those in here, but it's my favorite.
Yeah, it's really good.
As far as what buddies are available right now, there's a bunch of them on the website.
And they have a bat and a spider one for Halloween. Yeah. Which I have in my classroom right now. They're so cute.
And I think those might actually be on sale because a lot of them are on sale. They put them on sale quite often. So right now there's There's two new ones. They're deer. One's
They're super
Buck
cute.
the deer, and the other one's Meadow the deer. So it's a boy and a girl deer.
And they're wearing camouflage.
There's Gage the robot. There's Gilly the buddy, which is like a little monster. Stevie the shark.
I have the shark.
Vlad the bat.
I have the bat.
He's actually on sale. He's normally $30. He's on sale for $21. There's a dinosaur, Tara the Triceratops.
I have that one.
She's on sale for $21. The spider's sold out, so the spider is gone.
I have the spider.
There's Keaton the koala.
You saw him earlier. He was the one that I was showing.
And Perry the poodle.
I have that one too.
And Eggman the chick. And
I
a
have
lot of
that one
those are on sale. Actually, they're all on sale with the
think I have
exception
them
of
all.
the shark, the koala, and the two deer. So if you want to check those out, just go to a smorgasbord of sense.cincy.us, or just shoot me an email and I'll get you hooked up. See if there's anything in here that I missed. We have some of your Cincy and buddies at the conference on October 29th. I don't know, Tammy. I hadn't thought about that. Maybe I will.
Good
Maybe
idea.
We'll set up a little table. What was the first one? So there's two deer. There's Buck the deer and Meadow the deer. Buck the deer is a buck
And
He's in
green camouflage.
and then Meadow the deer is in pink camouflage.
They're very cute. All right.
So, all right.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us again for Submissions for Smorgie Live, for taking some time out of your busy schedule to join us and hang out and talk to us and ask questions and share in the chat and to support each other. Mark your calendars for the third Wednesday in October. Do we know the date?
Third Wednesday in October is October 19th.
So mark your calendars for October 19th, and we'll be back again with Submissions for Smorgie Live. Same time, same channel. We'll be here. So as always, a huge thank you to everybody who's joining us, and for always participating and interacting on social media with us. But really, more importantly, thank you for all that you do in the classroom and for all that you do for your kids every day. Teachers are amazing, and I think you are all incredible, and you inspire me every day, and you motivate me to be better, and you make me want to work harder and do more for my kids. So thank you for all that you do for your kids. Please remember to take care of each other. Teaching is hard, and there's enough negativity in teaching, and so we need to remember to love one another, to support one another, encourage one another, and take care of each other. It's not a competition. It's not a game. This isn't a reality show. This isn't about who has the best whatever. This is about the kids, and our focus needs to always be on the kids. And I put a quote out last year, and something I'm passionate about. At the center of everything we do in our classrooms, the kids need to be the heart of that. And so put your kids at the center of everything that's happening in your classroom, and keep the focus on them. And remember that they show up every day. And if they can show up, and if they can take risks and be brave and try things and give it their all, then so can we. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for joining us. And remember, happy classrooms. Please share on social media every day one positive thing that's happening in your classroom. Use the hashtag Happy Classrooms, and let's continue to tell our story and to tell the story of all the incredible things that happen in our classrooms and our schools every day. We show up every day, our kids show up every day, and in spite of everything that's put in front of us, and in spite of all the obstacles that are in our way, we do incredible, amazing things in our classroom every single day. And I think it's important now more than ever that we tell that story, and that we're letting our parents and our families and our community and our world know that our kids are amazing, that our teachers are amazing, and that we're doing phenomenal things in our classrooms every day. So please share on social media, use the hashtag Happy Classrooms, and let's change the conversation about education. As always, if you need anything, you know where to find us: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email kindersmorgie@gmail.com. You can always check out the blog for tons of freebies and ideas and videos. So like I said, if there's ever anything we can do, if you ever have questions, please reach out to us. We're here to help. And so take care of yourselves, take care of each other, love those kids, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Bye, everybody.